Welcome again to the Sit Down with Coach Passion. Or you can call me Brother Passion. And have you ever realized that or have you ever felt a stagnation at a certain point of your life where you feel like certain things are no longer working the way you thought they were, or you feel like you are on the same spot forever, or things are just not moving at all? Things are not moving at all and at all, but you believe you're a Christian, and since you've been told that you're going to be a Christian, there's this song that says, when God is there, there is no problem, which it's kind of funny because Christians are the ones that face the most persecution, but that's one of the songs that we hear as Christians, when especially in our Vernac. It's actually in Vernac, it's in Sepedi, which is my language, and that is most of the things that we go through in life, that when you become a Christian, everything has ended. It is the end of my problems. It's the end of this and that, but you feel like nothing has ended. I'm still in the same cycle. I'm still in the same problem. I'm never getting out of this circumstance. I'm never prospering in anything. And this is a message for you. And please listen carefully. So, the message of today is, we are the ones that limit God. And the message is, stop limiting God. God only works according to how far you see yourself out of something, or how far you see yourself achieving something. And some people have taken this outside of the world and have given it their own vision, or they've called it with their own names and everything like that. They call it manifestation, right? Learning to see things that are not yet there, and learning to speak them into the future or into existence, which into other Christian, this principle has been granted unto us to also use, for us to be able to vision where we want to be and speak it in the future. But many people have limited God. They've just said, okay, because I have faith, I'll just believe today that one day, just one day it will happen. No, you have to speak daily. That's what I'm saying, stop limiting God. Some people also say, nah, God will get me where He wants to get me to. I'll just wait on Him. He'll get me. Let His will happen. Yes, His will will happen. Definitely His will will happen. But we are the ones to do the activity. The Bible says faith without works is dead. Also, the Bible says, hold fast to the confession of your faith, for Him who promises He will fulfill. So that means if I hold fast to the confession of my faith, if I keep on speaking every single day what I want to see into my future, God is willing to come and assist with that vision. It's also in the book of Habakkuk, where it says, write down the vision, make it plain, that whosoever finds it or sees it will be able to run with it. So that means that I must be every single day. If you have a big goal, don't limit yourself. Don't think that you're too young or too small or too little, or you're not worthy to fulfill that goal. That's when you limit yourself. The Bible in Ephesians 3 verse 20 to 21, it says, God whom is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever ask or think, but that's the twist of it, according to the power that works within you. So it's up to me. It is up to me the way God works in my life. So it's up to you how God works in your life. It's not up to God how God works in your life. God is all powerful, all supreme. So sometimes we ask ourselves this question: if God is all powerful, if God is all supreme, why am I not out of this situation? Why doesn't He come and pull me? No, it's your duty. It is your duty. It is your duty to pull out yourself out of that situation, because God has given you the tools. God has given you your mouth. God has given you your mind. That's what the Bible says, guard your heart, for out of it flows all the issues of life. It also says, out of your mouth, death and life lie in the power of your tongue. So with your tongue, you can speak life. And remember, your mind is a window to your heart. So if you don't take care of your mind, you corrupt your heart. And when you corrupt your heart, everything in your life will flow that way. Because the Bible says, out of your heart flows the issues of life. So that means that I must first of all guide the door to my heart, which is my mind. Right? So in order for you to be able to exceed to another level, you have to fill yourself with that goal. Keep on seeing and envisioning that goal, and keep on professing it with your mouth, since your mouth brings life forth, as the Bible says. So keep on professing it every single day. I see myself attaining this certain level of marks. I see myself attaining this level of prosperity. And don't only speak, also be active. Because as we look at Genesis 13, where God shows Abraham the vision, or I could say shows Abraham the stars, and is telling him that you'll be a father of many generations. And also a part where, no, that's not the same part. Excuse me. Like when we look at Genesis, when God is talking to Abraham in Genesis 13 verse 14, when he was explaining to him, he says, look eastward, look northwards, look southward, look westward. It says, as far as your eyes could see, you have obtained it. Oh, so it was not as far as God's eyes could see. No, it was as far as Abraham's eyes could see. So it was up to Abraham what he will attain. Abraham got told that he was going to be the father of many nations or many generations. At that old age, he never stopped believing that he will have a child such as Isaac, which Isaac will produce many children, and through the lineage of Abraham, Jesus Christ was going to come one day and die for us on the cross of Calvary. And when we are born again, we become part of Abraham's generation. So God fulfilled his promise with Abraham, and he can fulfill his promise with you when he says you are more than a conqueror. So you can conquer those situations. When he says he was made poor so that you could become rich, so that you could become prosperous. So there's nothing that's ever too hard for God. The problem is just you limiting what he could do. Because at the end of the day, it is up to you. With the scriptures that I talked about, with everything that I told you about today, it was not God that was the problem. It was you all along limiting the power of God being active in your life. Please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, stop limiting God.